middle of you. I'm trying to think bigger, but I can't seem to figure it through. I wanna make it better, but now I'm scared of looking a fool. Oh, baby, no, I've never been very good at playing it cool. Just when I think I understand it all, I find I know nothing at all. I never known nobody like you. Now I know you're yeah, you keep me guessing, I'm confessing now, baby, it's true. I never know nobody like you. Baby, you're an enigma. Baby, you're an enigma.
Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
this. 87 Sports Fans live on Late Night Sports Radio. Talk sports as they happen at latenightsportsradio.com. This segment brought to you by CG Imaging. That's cg-imaging.com. CG Imaging, virtually creating reality. And also by The Lockbox by Steve Taylor, available for digital download and paperback orders at Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. A thrilling spy novel, The Lockbox by Steve Taylor.
Makes a great stocking stuffer, too. You could even buy 3 copies and it would fit in a stocking. So
why stop there? Go for 4.
Why stop there? Go for 4. Exactly. Get a couple extra stockings just to put books in it.
Get the whole family copies. So I'm looking down the NBA headlines of the day. Apparently the Mavericks' Raymond Felton is going to begin serving a ban on Monday. He's got a 4-game suspension for being fat and unproductive.
Wow.
Oh, see.
That might have been going a little too far. Because he is somewhat productive, but he's still fat.
He just kind of rolls across the court at this point.
Yeah.
As long as he's not hitting women, I guess everybody should be happy.
Wow.
Sorry.
You're just throwing out all kinds of love for Raymond Felton today, aren't you?
There is a picture at the ESPN.com NBA page. It's a screenshot, but it looks like Jimmy Butler's got his hands in Joakim Noah's pants.
He might.
I gotta get that. I gotta make this into a picture, and I'll get it up on our Twitter account at the next break.
Oh, Noah.
Really disturbing.
One of the ugliest athletes in the history of the world.
Is it bad that I still hear, when I think of Joakim Noah, I still think of that press conference when he was in the Final Four at Florida, and it says, he said that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? Am I the only idiot that remembers that?
Yeah.
He just looked like an alien. It just bothered me. I suppose it shouldn't, but it did. It did.
Things like that bother you, though, Keith.
I know. I get crotchety, for lack of a better term. A little cranky.
Yeah, do get a little cranky when it comes to appearance of athletes for some reason.
All right, so there's a couple free agent deals in baseball that I want to talk about. And I'll start with the biggest and craziest. It's the
lunacy.
The Marlins giving Giancarlo Stanton 13 years for $325 million. This is such a crap show on so many different levels. One, it's the Marlins, and you know that in 3 years they're going to be selling payroll. They just are. 13 years, $325 million means nothing with this team because if they fail to draw, they fail to win, then Stanton becomes trade bait, and they'll end up paying half the salary to the team he goes to or whatever. It's a joke. And then the other aspect of it is just like, why would you give anybody, and baseball is all guaranteed contracts, why would you give any athlete a 13-year contract, even if you weren't the Marlins? I don't know. What's your take on all this?
I agree with you. I think it's just ridiculous. The fact that baseball contracts are as lucrative as they are is what blows my mind still to this day. Of all the major sports, now I'm not necessarily including, well, pitchers still make a ton of money, but they're the one player on the field who is doing something unnatural every time they play. The human body is not meant to throw a baseball the way that most major league pitchers do. So they are putting their shoulders, elbows, their arms in jeopardy every time they pitch. They still make way too much money. But to have a player like Stan, who's a good player, mind you, get this kind of money is just ridiculous. I mean, he's making $154,000 a game. And I've always like to point this out, that, a field player only plays half the game, and most of the time the ball isn't even hit to them. So really, they're only playing, a half dozen plays out of each game, including at-bats, and he's getting $154,000 per game. It's just mind-boggling, absolutely mind-boggling. And what this contract set up, and I agree with you 100%, there's going to be, at some point, the Marlins are going to want to offload him in this contract. And what this is going to guarantee is that in 3 years or 5 years, Stanton is either going to be a Red Sox or a Yankee. Because there's very few teams that can pick up a contract like this. And you look at the Yankees, who are going to, I know they're trying everything in their power to null and void A-Rod's contract before next season, but if they have the space and if Boston has the space, that's where he's going to go, because they're the only teams. Last year the Marlins' entire payroll was only $52.3 million, and here's a guy that half of that per season is going to him. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. It makes no sense to me. None whatsoever.
I think of when the Seattle Mariners signed A-Rod, or I'm sorry, the Texas Rangers signed A-Rod away from the Seattle Mariners for 10 years or $252 million. And everyone thought that was crazy. Oh my God, look at all the best player in baseball. Oh, there's a lot of money, but he's the best player in baseball. Well, Giancarlo Stanton may be the best position player in baseball and playing in Miami and the trials and tribulations that they've gone through there. But take the dollars away from it. A 13-year contract, a no-trade clause, and Stanton can opt out after 6 years. So as a franchise, why would you tie yourself to that player? You know what I mean? For that long of a time. And you look at the other big contracts. Miguel Cabrera signing $292 million for 10 years. A-Rod signed another $275 million 10-year deal with the Yankees before the 2008 season, which was just stupid and ridiculous because he was.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But I don't understand with so many variables in professional sports, well, any sport really, as far as injuries, as far as, all of a sudden your athlete might get figured out. Giancarlo Stanton 5 years from now might be a strikeout machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would you tie yourself for 6 years?
I haven't seen in any of the articles I've read, but I'm wondering what guaranteed money there is in this, or if there is any.
All baseball contracts are guaranteed, 100%.
100% guaranteed money.
Yeah, even if he gets released, it's guaranteed money.
See, that's nuts. That's absolutely nuts.
Yep.
Yeah, like you said, 13 years. He could get hurt next season. Why are you going to put that much capital into a person that can get hurt? He could run into the wall. He could. I mean, I don't know if doing something outside of the game would null and void his contract. I would assume if he went like skydiving with a shark, that would probably null and void the contract. But I mean, what if he's in batting practice or doing something and he gets an injury and he can't play anymore? You're stuck now paying this guy this kind of money.
And he has had some injuries before in the past. If
But you said, I mean, he's 25, 13 years puts him our age. So he'll definitely be at the end of his career. But, I mean, what if the same thing that happened with A-Rod? Because Stan's a big guy. And now that he's got this contract, damn well he's going to have a target on him from every steroid conspiracy theorist in the game is going to be after this guy. Yeah. So they better have double-checked and triple-checked and quadruple-checked to make sure that his background is 100% squeaky clean.
I think these days there's no way this kind of money goes out without that kind of background checking and assurances.
But you would assume the same thing when the Ryan Braun thing happened. Because prior to that you had A-Rod and Bonds and McGuire, and it was the biggest thing in the world. And then Ryan Braun gets big contract, and there you go.
Yeah, he thought he had found something they couldn't test for.
And that's the thing is all